live. I don't know. It doesn't actually say anything. Off to a great start. Once again, off to a great start. Let's see if I can find my channel here. And all right, it says it's. I think it. Oh, it says it's live. Oh man, my range. I gotta make sure I don't go outside my range. Kind of destroys the illusion here. So this is the first. I should find my camera. Oh, did I make this? So my live monitor is actually not quite where my camera is, but I think I can live with that. So this is the new studio, as you can kind of see. Well, actually you can't because it's all, but for me, behind the scenes, it's pretty, it doesn't really matter, but I can sense my camera's a little, okay. Not that you can tell. All right, so how do I see, there's still a little bit of like, analytics, stream settings, viewer activity. Does that show live? No. Maybe I don't want to be on this one. Maybe I want to be on a different screen so I can actually see things going on. So, yeah, man, I'm getting better. I like to think I am. Hold on, just. I do want to see. Okay, live. Click on the live. I hope I don't get feedback now. All right, I'm going to click on the link. And I think I know where the mute button is on the link. Is it there? No, there. How do I mute it? Oh, I gotta play. Okay. All right, there it is. Mute, play. Okay. So I heard it for a second, but now I can see it. This is great. This is actually, the software is free. And so it's like, it doesn't cost me anything. So far, it hasn't been totally free because there's stuff to talk about there. But this is great. So, yeah, I got it all set up. I should, go with the subject. So I'm learning how to do transitions. I'm learning slowly. Let's see. Lower title is on. Topic of the show. Okay. And transition. Voila. There it goes. 10,000 subscribers. We're, doing really well. 10,000. Let me see if, okay. So, yeah, this is set up. I was gonna have the notes, like every topic, aside from the 10,000, because that's kind of the big topic, but the subtopics, I was gonna have them show on the screen. Boy, words are tough, huh? I was gonna have them show on the screen, except that would be just too hard, like having each one. I mean, it could be done for the future ones, but I also have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like I have like 20 things, talking points. And in the future, I think I would like to map it to my notebook, or I just have my notebook screen show on there somehow. And then that would allow me to just make live notes there or something. I'm sure that's possible. There's a lot of things that are possible, but for now, my notepad is just going to be up on the screen. So I'm going to just go ahead and transition that in. Ah, look at that. All these, so you can see my excellent penmanship. I mean, my penmanship, in my defense, can be pretty good, but right now I was in a hurry. So, all right, the first two things don't even count because that's not what I was going to talk about. So the first thing is like the welcome to 10,000. And how I got to 10,000 is a story in and of itself, because this is like year, I don't know, 15. I mean, I started YouTube in probably 2008, my first video, which is still up there. It's the Tin Man walking. I had that from Wizard of Oz. So I'm walking in the Tin Man, and I edited a video together, old camera, really bad footage. But if you go to the very beginning, the very first video is that. So that I probably had under a dozen subscribers for like a year or two, and then I don't know, in the past few years it's gotten better. I've worked on it a lot more, but I wasn't getting over the finish line until I promoted the videos. So I paid to promote videos. And when you promote, you have much more views, and the views turn into, well, the impressions are first. So people see like, there's a video there. And the second thing, they click the video. And the third thing is they become a subscriber. So all those things have to happen, I guess. But that was taking a long time. So I just paid to promote it. And I had, I don't know how many promotions, tens of thousands of promotions, which led to finally the extra, I guess it's about 9,000 subscribers. So that's good. I think a lot of them are in different countries. I think one of the countries that they kind of put it up in is India, which is cool. I mean, great country. But I don't know how much interest people there would have in my videos. So it's like, was that good investment? I don't know. I hope they do. I mean, maybe I'll cover Indian food or something, but I welcome everybody. I just don't know, like, how useful that is. But if people watch, then that's the bottom line. That's all that matters, that people are interested in it. Yeah, so we had the first coffee and cookies video, which was last Saturday, and that was a nightmare. I mean, technically, just weren't quite ready. I mean, even this, I know this isn't perfect either, but I think in a week and working on a few more graphics and working on and understanding the software better, I think it's come a decent way. So I'm happy about that, but there's still a way to go. But I think it's like night and day just in 1 week. So I think in the future, I mean, it is tougher with more people, and we were just doing audio. In fact, we had so much trouble with the audio. That was kind of the sad thing. Couldn't even get audio right. But the audio is actually, I think, tougher than the video for stuff like this. All right, and then bringing in a remote person was difficult too. So as I was talking about, yeah, we got to 10,000, and now you can start doing this more seriously. I do a lot of live streams on Facebook to just, private, friends and family and stuff like that. People I know, it's not public. Not anymore. It used to be public, but not now. So I wanted to do that more on YouTube, make it a YouTube video. Facebook, I don't know about the future, how many days it has left. So I think YouTube, I know YouTube wants to keep growing because they are really promoting things. And I'm happy to go along with it and do my part to provide content that the world is going to see maybe someday. I don't know. So I wish I could cross off this list, but I can't. But at least we could follow. You can follow along. So I said, yeah. What's the third one? How did I get there? Oh, and the first CNC, yeah, coffee and cookies. So coffee and cookies, that's more of a joint hosted show. My friend Terry or other guest hosts. But it has its own channel, but the channel only has, a handful of people. So I can't promote on that channel yet. I want to grow that. The Coffee and Cookies show should be its own channel. I mean, it is, but it should be done there. You can't do it there. You can't do it there until you have enough followers and subscribers. But you can't. It's a chicken and egg. I can't have enough followers and subscribers until we do videos. But I can't. You know what I mean? So it's actually recorded videos, which I still have to edit. Only one. So there is one there. I should provide a link. Maybe I will later. We'll have a link to it, but so far, yeah, so I'd like to see my own video channel, the Renaissance Dude, grow and have its own live streams, and then I would have the other channel, the Coffee and Cookies, grow, and that one, have guest stars, and get famous people, sure. I have big plans. I mean, and that's the thing I, have way down here is, where do I have that? DBY. I'll explain DBY in a bit, but DBY is important, very important, probably the most important thing as a YouTuber or influencer, or anything. I mean, in life, really, a writer, actor. So anyway, videos about, that's that little one right up there, videos about. What are the videos about? Because someone asked me, well, what are your videos about? I was like, well, that's complicated because the videos, I mean, after 15 years of just random, it's about everything. And it's kind of like Renaissance. I used to go to this company and I was like, oh yeah, I do that, or do the acting, or the background, the drama, the guitar, it's just everything. He said, you're kind of a Renaissance dude. I was like, yeah, I kind of am. That's actually how I got my website, Hey James, because people used to say, hey James, as I'd see him in the hall walking down. And I still remember that. Back in this venture capitalist in San Francisco, and people would say, hey James. I say, you know what? That's going to be my website. So to this day, it's been Hey James ever since. All right. Yeah, it's funny. 10,000 subscribers do not instantly translate to 10,000 people watching your videos or your live stream or anything. So, which you get percentages, but I kind of think that I could have like 900 subscribers still, and I'd probably still have the same amount of people watching the YouTube. For now, you gotta be willing to accept where you're starting. DBY. Okay, so yeah, but I didn't answer the questions. What are the videos about? Yeah, the most popular video is it's modeling some software called Blender, and it's how to do this solution to a thing that used to be a problem, which really isn't. My solution, I'm going to be honest, isn't the best solution anymore. It used to be, but now they've updated the software, so it's not really needed. It's sort of obsoleted, but I keep it up there because it's got a lot of views. In fact, I've got a number of videos that are kind of obsolete now, but I'm not taking them down because they're like literally my bread and butter. Well, not literally, because, well, in a way, literally that I make money from them, but I don't literally get bread and butter unless I bought bread and butter, which I do. But anyway, yeah, now I lost my train of thought. Left the station. So yeah, so some of my videos, I was talking about randomness on videos, randomness of me. So the randomness of videos are that Yeah, I've done I did some ice cream recipes, cognates, which I only did one episode. My adventure series. Did I actually ever get an episode launched? I don't know. Travel. Did a lot of travel videos. It has its own channel. Again, it's its own channel now. That it's just so. It's not really private. I just think. I know it has really not much interest, and they're so casual. And it's another DBY type thing. It's like I don't know. Shouldn't let it be a problem, but I do have its own channel. It's just more of a private channel, unless it's something that I really think would be kind of cool to have shared. And some of them I do. Some of them, especially if I put some work into the editing. The video I did probably the most editing and work was a visit to Capri, and that because it's such a popular topic has got not many views. So, to be honest here, not many views. So yeah, that's kind of disappointing, but the videos that are more obscure or niche, those are the ones that get the better views. So those are some of my videos on, I even got a comment today, adjustable glasses. So they're like glasses and they're plastic. They're like probably $20. They're made in, I guess in China. And you twist the little lens here, the little knobs, and the glasses, you can focus. There's two little, there's something you get out of a Cracker Jack box. But anyway, I did a review of that. I thought I bought them. I wanted to try them out. I still have them today. I keep them in my car just in case I don't have my glasses and I need to read something. Or I have glasses that are prescription so old that I can't use. Anyway, so I like having those things, but everyone hates them because they're expecting, a nice pair of glasses, and that's not what they're about. I tried to put that in the video. But people still complain they're garbage. In fact, that was an hour ago or a couple hours ago, I got that message. These are garbage. Like, I know. They're like, and plus, there's a million different versions of them. I don't even know which one you're talking about. So they're not rating. You can't say I tried adjustable glasses and they all suck. I mean, it's like saying all cars. I bought I don't know, Yugo. I don't think they make that. A Pinto. I was like, I can't name a bad car that's still made. Obviously, if they're bad, they're not made anymore. But I bought a bad car, and now I think, oh, cars suck because they're I have a bad one. It's like there are a lot of different cars. I don't know how many different versions of adjustable glasses there are, but so that's what the videos are about. There's just so many different topics. I mean, look through the playlists, and I think I'm hitting the thing and it's wobbling the screen. You look through the playlist, and you're going to see a million different. Hyperbole today, huh? A lot of different topics and a variety of things I've talked about, and some I keep updated with, like the software reviews. I like to do stuff like that, especially if I try to if I find a problem that needs a solution that when I go online I can't find that solution. That's when I think, well, somebody's got to make a video. Somebody needs to do something. That's what I do. I make a video because it was a solution that I wanted. I'm hitting my microphone. I wouldn't mind having stay on topic. Stay on topic. They're too close. I wouldn't mind having a stand mic. That way I wouldn't have to worry about stuff. But I also like the freedom. That could be fun. I had one once. I think I got rid of it because I never used it. This is a lot more convenient. In fact, audio earbuds are probably better, but I don't really need to hear anything. Yeah, because I hear myself. I'm talking, but I don't need to hear anything else. I did bring out a laptop so I can see. Well, I can see notes on one screen in case there are any comments. And then I've got, okay, and actually I do have some comments there. All right. Okay. All right, there we go. Okay, so anyway, yeah, that's what the videos are about. Everything, travel and reviews of products I've bought over the years. Some have gotten some decent review or decent feedback on them, but not too many. And now live streams, since I can do the live streams now. If you look back, hasn't been many. The coffee and cookies, and I did like 1 or 2 tests over the years, but I still have one that was fun to look back on when I lived in California. And it had that fake screen up, that background, which I kind of liked that background, but it had folds in it. It was supposed to be a cityscape, and it came wrinkled kind of with folds, creases, I guess. There's a word for it called creases. Anyway, so it kind of ruins the effect. So I thought maybe if I just built something, I was thinking to build a nice cityscape or painting one or whatever, but in the end, there are other ways to get a nice cityscape without, those kind of things, with a lot more flexibility. So I said, so I cover everything, but my location, yeah, it is Seattle right now, so and that doesn't really make a difference. Not like I have a Seattle following, but I cover things out here, I guess, but haven't done a lot. Some things here and there. So that's what the videos are about. So that was Seattle. That was quick. Let's go on to the next one. Fasting. Yeah, because the fasting led into, well, I tried to promote the fasting video, but 3 months of fasting meant some people didn't like the, no, 3 months, 3 weeks, I'm not that crazy. 3 weeks of fasting, and that's a whole, I'll do a video about that because that's a whole topic. Hate to use that again because I know I use that in and of itself. That's a whole topic by itself. I don't know, it's a good phrase. Anyway, I wanted to talk about that, but my video got disapproved because I think, I mean, within like a couple hours, I think people like did not like the idea of a 3-week fast. So, and I mean, it's not a fun thing to do. It's very challenging and kind of difficult, but I had to do it, and I did, and I'm fine. I didn't die. But the fasting led into no drinking, which is something I had been considering and pondering, taking like a break. Hadn't had like even a month off, and since 16, so 9 years almost. 9 years of not, and it was the end of 16, so, well, then I guess it would be like it's 8 years. But anyway, 8 years I hadn't taken even a month off, and I thought that's kind of bad. And even then I had tended to do a whole year and only did like 4 months, 5 months. I don't know exactly when it stopped. I wish I did. Wish I'd kind of kept track of that. But this time I'm keeping track of that. So, yeah, that led to no drinking. So this is 3 months. In fact, I have a drink here, but it is diet soda on the rocks. And I will rest my voice for a second. There's people that do these things for hours. There's one live stream that did it for 3 hours a day that I sometimes watch. I don't watch the full time, but I kind of check in and check out and scrub through, which people are welcome to do with mine too. But they did one, and yeah, they talk for hours. So I think I could, I mean, if I got used to it. But I think if I try to go too far, my voice will start to show. It's just not used to talking that much. Yeah, shocking. I know. All right, so moving on. Yeah, the no booze thing. Yeah, it's been interesting. It's the kind of something I had wanted to do. Again, I'll make a separate video of this, but it's something I wanted to do for a while, and even got a book, How to Control Alcohol, and it wasn't what I expected. It wasn't really, oh shoot, my light went out. Did it go out because the battery's low or just time? All right, yeah, my light is back. It just adds a little bit of side lighting. Sometimes, okay, testing out the camera here. But yeah, sometimes the book had talked about how to not really control it, just like, oh yeah, here's how to just totally stop drinking forever. Just, you know, have to decide to stop drinking forever. Like, that's not really what I wanted. I wanted to like make sure I wasn't going too far. And I don't want to cover all the topic of the video. I'm just kind of summarizing that when I read the book, it didn't really change much. But then about a month later, 2 months later, maybe it was more than that, but the fasting led to 3-week break, and all of a sudden with 3 weeks, I thought, well, I'm just going to keep going for at least a month, and then like if I feel fine after a month, 2 months, 3, and so now it's, yeah, as of yesterday, 3 months, not one drink of alcohol. And if you know me, that's big. I was just drinking very frequently, but not a lot. I actually was almost never getting drunk or hungover. I was just always drinking, having something to drink, especially when traveling. Oh my gosh, so that led to like health, not issues, but I wasn't reaching my health goals. All right, moving down. What's next on the list? You're asking. That would be, and you know, if anyone is watching, comments are fine, live streams are fine, or live chats or super chats. You can make a donation. I don't really have a fundraising goal. It's like I want to keep things on. I don't have like leukemia or anything, so it's not like I have a purpose, but I could say it's going to be for equipment, and I would definitely do that. I would have an equipment fund or a travel fund or a continue to not drink fund, like buy more Diet Coke or something. All right. We are 18 minutes in. How's my comments going? Trying not to. All right. So yeah, I'm liking this software. I'm liking the studio look. I think I got I wish I had a little more control over the lighting. Maybe I will, I don't know, see about another light. That will be my first investment. but it would be nice to change the colors a little bit, some LEDs. I could have some fun with that. But that's, yeah, the more work I do before these things go, the more likely they're never going to launch because we're almost at DBY. Okay, next was Facebook. Yeah, as I was saying, I still live stream on Facebook for fun, mainly when I'm driving because then it becomes my dash cam. So I kind of set the thing up so it's pointing out. So if I have any issues, whatever, hit and run, I don't know, I have that on that. And when you're live stream, time just goes by so fast. Although sometimes I actually do run out of things to talk about. And I'm like, okay, I've kind of said everything, especially if I do it twice in one day. That's like, 40 minutes of live streaming, and that has really no agenda. I'm just jabberwocky, just random talking. There was a columnist that used to do a column called Jabber. I think it was Ray Orrick, and he used to have one called Jabberwocky, whatever, or maybe that was a section of his column. But I think he passed away. But I remember reading that when I used to read newspapers growing up. Back when I was young, we had the papers. So anyway, yeah, the Facebook, going back to the beginning here. Facebook is kind of, I want to move off of Facebook. Any live stream that I can do on YouTube, I want to do on YouTube, but I also want to make sure they're done right, DBY. Travel, so travel, so the notes, you can follow along. I put my notes up there for everybody to see. I'm hiding nothing. So I hope the sound's working. I see the little meter running, so I believe it is. But yeah, there's I have a lot of screens up actually. It's kind of cool. Yeah, the travel I think I'm in the mix. It'll still have its own channel for like the travel adventures of whatever I call it, or vacations with James or something. I don't know, something simple. The names are still a work in progress, a working title, as it were, or as it is. But I want to do that, but I also want to cover my travel videos here. So maybe I'll try to do a live stream when I travel as well. I don't know. That would be kind of fun. But I mean, if I have my notebook, it's actually possible, and I get to have titles, because all of this can be done with a laptop. In fact, a lot of people, if you look at some of the behind-the-scenes video of some of the more popular YouTubers, you can see their studios, and they got really, some of them have very fancy cameras and lights and sound, but a lot of them just go into a laptop, and it's just crazy how powerful laptops are. Just to think that, million follower, 10 million follower sub YouTubers are just using a good old laptop. It's powerful enough. That's all you need. So I have a very powerful PC, but I almost never turn it on, mainly because it's got Windows on it. But there's really no need to turn it on most of the times. Okay. So DBY was I was going to talk about. I should have kind of led with that. But that's just something that don't block yourself. Like, you just don't, especially when you start, like when I got 10,000, it's like, well, now if I do a video, I don't want to do something just really, bad. I want to make sure it's professional or amateur. I mean, technically, kind of all is amateur. This isn't a profession yet. I don't know. But, don't block yourself. So it's like writer's block or whatever, but it's more, not so that you can't think of anything to say, it's more you're blocked because you think, oh, I can't do this unless it's super good or totally prepared. So the time starts getting away. It's like, well, I wanted this title, I wanted that title, I wanted like this sub, I wanted like things to come down like flash and have all these special effects. And by the time I would do that, my first title saying June 13th was going to be out of date, literally out of date, because, I waited so long. It's June 14th, and I didn't want to do a live stream at, midnight. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff about that, and I got to make sure that I don't worry about it. It's like it can't be super professional, or it can't be something where it's like, oh, it's got to be better than the last time, which is a problem because I do like the performing arts and stuff like that, the theater, and you could have an extremely good show, and then you have this like, well, nothing's going to be better, or everything's disappointing because it's not as good as the last show, or not good as that one night where everything went so perfectly and everyone laughed so hard. That can be a problem for a lot of people. And again, it's for many industries. And if you think of like George R.R. Martin, whatever, not being able to write his latest Game of Thrones book. I know he has his reasons, but I know a big reason is DBY. Don't block yourself. He's just like, well, all these books, it's so popular, the world knows of his books now. I mean, before he got popular, like to that level, he was writing like, a book a year, every 2 years. It was something like, I don't know what it was, but it's like really quick. He was able to write like 4 books really quickly. Was it 5? think it's 5. And now he can't even write, 15 years for one book because I think it's DBY, just blocked himself. He just can't. And it's got to be so good. It's got to be perfect. It's got to be better. How can I write a book that's not as good as what I've written in the past? That would be such a big disappointment. So I got to keep that in mind, that I should have it in titles or something that don't, you just got to do it, whether it's, I think it's going to be epic or just whatever. You can't grow if you're not training type thing. I didn't make that up. Okay, so what are the plans? What are the plans, James? Let me tell you. I want to do this. I like this studio setup. I mean, I would change things for different topics, whatever. This is kind of a cool one. My studio has been reworked, in my office, I guess, has been reworked to make it extremely, I wanted to facilitate getting on the air. Meaning I can't just be pulling out, props, green screens, whatever that, every time I want to do it. It helps if everything's really in place. I've gotten templates ready to go where all I have to do is type in the new name or the date, and then I'm set. So I don't want things standing in a way. It's not a matter of don't block in yourself. It's just a matter of the, prep time is just so big. It's like, well, I don't have time for it right now, or I don't want to go through that effort. So reducing the effort to get on the air is a kind of a thing I want to be really prepared for. And I think most things I think I am. I think I've gotten the studio kind of in a good place and getting my topics ready to go, my artwork. I mean, if I keep, streaming with James there, June, I have to change the date. But if I keep everything else, then the top title. And again, I don't want to have a notepad thing. It can be kind of funny, but I kind of want that to be a little more polished or something where I can kind of write it off. I would like the animated or something cool with that. I don't know, but I mean, that was kind of funny to me. But yeah, and the goal, what's the goal? What's the goal? I just saw the viewer count go down. Always disappointing. I try not to obsess about that DBY. But I wonder if no, okay, I'm getting off topic. But yeah, the goal is just to keep, get as many live viewers as subscribers would be good. I mean, that would never happen for, I think, any channel. But to have at least a high percentage, it usually seems like, now there are channels, I guess, that have more views than subscribers. A view for a video, but I don't know about live stream. Anyway, it would be nice to, get a good, following or whatever. And also dealing with the trolls. Again, that trolls can make it hard to, do stuff when you get like negativity or people that are just, mean idiots that have nothing better to do. I try, never to become one, of course, but a lot of people are. I've known some really awful people, and it's too bad they exist, or they got, I don't know, bred that way, or life made them into that. They weren't born that way. But there's people out there on the internet too that are negative. Okay, but ending positive, I think that's it for this video, the first live stream, June. It would help us to set a schedule. I know, a schedule. We're doing the English Y. But I don't know what time and date I can really stick to on a consistent basis. So I'm going to have to figure out something like that. I don't know. I mean, I really would like to. I mean, some of the ones I follow, they do it 6 days a week, every night from 7 to 10, and they made it a living. I mean, I can tell they're making enough money to make that their living. That is the day job. Actually, I guess they start 7 to 10 here, so it's 10 to 1. They work 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Well, DJs and stuff like that you're used to do that, or radio, hosts, whatever. But the late night host, I don't think I want to be that. But I wouldn't. I mean, if I could make, I'm going to be honest. Yeah, if I could do this for a living, I mean, if I could, that would be awesome. That would be like so cool, because I would be like, you get to sleep in, you exercise in the morning. I mean, it doesn't mean you sleep until 1 every day, unless you're up till 4 a.m., whatever. You just set your own schedule. All right, I covered the topics, and I think I can actually remove the notepad now. Let's practice. This is partly practice. There we go, the notepad, and the title of the episode, 10,000 subscribers. It would be cool to have special effects. Maybe I'll try to work those in, fire or whatever. Sound effects I want. I downloaded the plugins, so I have the ability to do sound effects, but I haven't practiced with that. So next, I think we'll have another Coffee and Cookies episode about travel. That's something I want to do, so I got to get with my buddy, see what his schedule's like. And then I have a friend that's reporter for the Oakland Raiders, and or kind of a beat coverage, whatever they call it, writer, I guess, reporter, writer, journalist. But we talk about that, and he said, hey, who knows, down the line, maybe get some former players or some active players. That would be cool. That would, I mean, sure. I don't know if a player would think, I'm not coming on someone's stream that has like, the views are going to be low. I have 10,000 followers. A lot of them might be in India. I don't know. But who knows? I mean, but once you kind of get that, well, you build ethos. That's the bottom line. So you build ethos, and then you kind of grow it. And another person is a former beauty contestant turned flight attendant, and then turned pilot. She actually got her pilot's license and working on being, I believe, a commercial airline pilot. So that would be a very cool topic to cover. And I'm open for ideas. If people have ideas, I would say, hey, I would love to hear it. I would love to keep this going. So interview people would be great. I will take off this topic of the show and transition one more time. Going back to the very beginning. And this is actually a lot of fun, I got to say. So I'll keep this going. We reached about 30 minutes, and I think that's a good segment length of time, especially because I've exhausted my notepad now, so now I'm totally topic random. And since we don't have any questions yet, yeah, it is time to topic. But I like I love to hear positive feedback or constructive criticism, I guess. Trolls will be blocked, of course. That is it. Let's end the broadcast.